And as you mentioned, Princess Catherine is slowly returning to her royal duties after her cancer treatment, but recently pulled out of an appearance at Ascot. Do we know yet if Kate will be handing out trophies at Wimbledon this weekend?
Right. Well, of course, she is the patron, so it's expected that she will appear. Of course, who could forget last year's appearance? It was, I mean, I had goosebumps watching that standing ovation when Kate made her grand return to Wimbledon amid her cancer treatment last year. It was the first time we'd seen her in months, and it was a last-minute thing again. And I think it'll be the same this year. I do believe that she will show up. I think that the fact that she's only really been present during the first day of the French visit, I think that probably suggests that she is planning to sort of conserve her energy and really focus on Wimbledon. We know it's a very important charity that, not a charity, but a patron role that she's in, because she's a huge fan of tennis. You know, it was one of her favourite pastimes, you know, before a couple of years ago. We would see her at Wimbledon, you know, a few times every year. So I think she will rally for this. I think that she takes it very seriously, and it is very special to have the Princess of Wales handing out the trophies. So I'd be pretty confident that she'll show up, but I think it's going to be one of those things. It'll be very last minute. She'll make her entrance, and looking forward to it.
So Prince William has announced that he will no longer charge rent to charities after investigation into the Duchy of Cornwall raised some eyebrows. What exactly did the investigation reveal?
Yeah, so this was a big report that came out into the Duchy of Cornwall, which is, of course, essentially, as Prince of Wales, William draws a salary, or I guess you could say an income, from the duchy. It's a huge sort of land holdings across England. That's really where the royal family gets a lot of the money that they use for their own personal use. That's really where they generate their living. So the whole Wales family is essentially living off that income. And it is through collecting rents on the land and things like that. And there was a report that came out recently. It really drilled down into how much money they're making, and it's a lot. You know, it's something like £23 million that William is generating each year from the Duchy of Cornwall. Previously, of course, that was King Charles, and in the past 2 years, it's now William, because Charles has taken on the Duchy of Lancaster, which is sort of a similar arrangement. The thing is, though, I think that made people kind of raise eyebrows a little bit was the charities. So there's a lot of charitable organisations that are paying a quite small actually, you know, rental income to the Prince of Wales. And I think people kind of felt that was a little bit maybe poor taste. You know, some of these sort of small grassroots organisations, I don't think it was really appropriate. And to be, you know, to William's credit, he and his team have immediately rectified that situation. A lot of the charities now will not be expected to pay any rent to the Duchy of Cornwall. I think that's the right move. I think it's really proactive, and I think it's a real glimpse as well into how William is going to be as monarch in the future. I think he's the kind of person that is willing to accept a mistake. You know, he's willing to change. He's willing to be on the front foot, and I think that that's a really positive sign for the future.
Absolutely. Reilly Sullivan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great to talk to you again.
Always.